surprises. And every season, there are a few guys who take a major leap forward. Something just clicks for them, or the skills all just come together. But regardless, it's always a fun surprise for fans and broadcasters, too.
Pass to Valanciunas. Now Ingram. McCollum outside.
Wait, what was the point of me changing the lineup?
Outside for Ingram. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Green. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Here's the kid. Outside, Green. Throws it up high.
Oh,
4 on the clock. Stolen by Valanciunas. McCollum looks around. There's a screen by Marshall. Shoots from the baseline. The shot that time not on target. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And Grant, the Rockets opening up the pocketbooks. Brought in several vets over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, Van Vliet and Brooks are the big names. I mean, they wanted to spend to get leaders to help their young core. We'll see how it mixes, but they feel now is the time to make their move.
There's a screen by Marshall. Here's Ingram. Rockets with a rebound.
Oh my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Here's the kid. McCollum defends. Smith no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. McCollum pass to Ingram. Thompson against McCollum. Outside Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas sets a screen. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. That shot off the mark. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Şengün, a screen on Ingram. 19-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to the kid. The 3-ball. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, good recognition from Smith Jr. Now, sensing the defense overcommitment and punishing them for it.
Timeout called. The Pelicans. All right, a chance to check out stats for C.J. McCollum.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Jones against Green. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's McCollum. The 3 is up. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Hasn't seen a 3 he doesn't like. CJ takes a ton of them.
Green for 3. The Pelicans pull it in. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
If you can't match up on the boards, you are not going to win games. That's got to be a big lesson from that game.
They weren't aggressive on the glass. They weren't blocking out. That puts you behind the 8-ball every single time.
Shot clock at 5. Valanciunas with a screen on Green. Jones. The shot off that time. Good D by Şengün. Smith against Jones.
Do you have a quarterback?
Here's the kid. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Pelicans trail.
See.
Marshall passes to Valanciunas. Outside Jones. Thompson against McCollum. Outside Jones. Over Green. Offline from the high post. The Rockets have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Not everyone is going to score 20 points a game. And Herb Jones has embraced his role on the defensive side, Smitty.
BA, some call him the straitjacket because what he does on the defensive end, he's tall and lanky, and he's not easy to shake off.
McCollum outside. Back to Marshall. Pass to McCollum. From the elbow. Yes, on the jumper. McCollum's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
So both teams making some changes here. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at the Pelicans, here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference. And of course, Houston, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
You know, for New Orleans, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
Here's the kid. Misses the baby hook.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And Nance with the slam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's the kid.
I think that
Tipped away. And they're on the break.
we're
Here's
doing good against
Alvarado.
me.
Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Adams a screen. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Hawkins, the pass to Nance.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref.
Called the Pelicans. And let's take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, BA, every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
You look at Thompson, and he's just short of the #1 spot in the voting. No question, it seems that he'll be a factor in the dunk contest.
Yeah, BA, you don't want to have to win in the voting to be the winner on the court come All-Star Weekend. I'm sure he's got what it takes to get some 10s from the judges.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
Back to McCollum. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Smitty, what impresses you about C.J. McCollum's game as a ball handler?
BA, well, he's a terrific passer, but also a consistent scoring option. I'm impressed with how he balances those 2 aspects of his job.
And the NBA doing what they could to get rid of the take foul recently. Grant, it seems like a success.
Absolutely. It's been a huge success. Fast breaks feel fast again. And penalizing take fouls has made the game much, much better.
So the Rockets 5 now. Thompson and Green are the backcourt set. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. And it's the kid in at the 3.
Thanks. Well, the kid in their last game against the Mavericks was tremendous. He dropped 35 points, and that's a season high for him. What an offensive performance. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Here's Green. Rebounded by Marshall.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Jones against Smith. McCollum outside. The kid with a rebound. The kid's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Smith. And here is Green. Inside.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Pelicans. They trail by 3. Fires it. And again, no good by New Orleans. Timeout called, Houston. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Alvarado's checked in for New Orleans. Adams checked in for Houston. Eason comes in for Smith. No good on the 3.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Well, New Orleans hasn't made the playoffs in consecutive years since 2008, 2009.
You know, B.A., that was back in the Chris Paul era. They only reached the postseason twice with Anthony Davis. But in recent years, injuries have prevented them from reaching their potential.
The Kid passes to Thompson. Here's the Kid. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul. Sengun checked in for Adams.
Third team foul. Substitution for the Rockets. Number 28.
Here's the Kid. A 35-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And another key for them was his rebounding. Just a great effort.
50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Oh, they get a hand on it. Now here's Thompson. No points so far. Here's the Kid. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Jose Alvarado. First free throw is good. And the Pelicans making a change here.
At the line for the Rockets.
And he makes both free throws. Grant, your first year in the league, 1995, the Houston Rockets were NBA champs.
Oh, B.A., I mean, Hakeem the Dream made facing that team a nightmare. He was everywhere defensively, long and quick on his feet. That 95 Houston team was incredible.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Houston has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thompson. The Rockets again can't hit.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Valanciunas sets a screen. Jones from outside. And no good. From deep. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
I love what I'm seeing from Holmgren. He has sort of an effortless way of taking over. The game just comes naturally to him.
Yeah.
And we now take a look at the Houston Rockets and the close first half they've played.
Unsurprisingly, I love their approach, beating those.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Exactly. I think he does it trying to give me a sec.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, C.J. McCollum. He's getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
A moment here for an injury report.
Thanks. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. He said it doesn't look good at all. They are very concerned. And for a team with a thin roster, this injury really hurts. They will need everyone to step their game up.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Boy, this injury definitely looks like it could be serious, guys.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
Backcourt, McCollum and Jones. Jonas Valanciunas out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Ingram in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is doing his homework. He said, quote, I
about
watched
the
a
game.
lot of old school players and I tried to figure out their mindsets, and all of their mindsets were the same. People remember winners. So whenever the time comes for me to be done with the game of basketball, I want them to say he was a winner. Guys, he's on his way.
So true. Thanks, Allie.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Both shots good from the strike.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it. If you look at Ingram, it seems like he only gets better with age, Smitty.
Yeah, you're so right. There's a case to be made that since he won the Most Improved Player Award in 2020, he's only continued to improve. His game gets more well-rounded every season.
Green against McCollum.
Hey, Millie, why was that
Valanciunas with a
song?
screen on Green. Shot's good by McCollum.
Look how mobile
why
and
was
quick
that song
CJ
that lady
is. Terrific at making fast decisions and pick and rolls.
The Rockets trail. Thompson passes to Şengün. Here's the kid, covered by Ingram. Back to Şengün. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Şengün's got his second bucket of the night. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
McCollum against Thompson. McCollum, a pass to Marshall. Clock at 6. Jones from outside. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist. Jones has got 5 points in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to the kid. Drives to the hoop.
Hey, nigga!
He jams it straight down.
The fuck?
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. To the middle. Here's McCollum. And he gets that one. McCollum's got 16 points now.
You can tell what a determined scorer CJ is, fighting through contact to convert.
Here's the kid, covered by Ingram. Back to Thompson. Şengün, a screen on McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Left side Ingram. And here's Valanciunas. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Marshall can't hit. Jones against Green.
And it's like Green doesn't have an off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Free throw good. Green. Adams checked in for the Rockets. And both free throws good for Green.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 2-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. That'll be their second of a 5-game stretch at home. Thompson scanning the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the third quarter here. Adams a screen. And here's Green from the arc. Rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram with the ball. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. And the Pelicans miss again. The Rockets have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. The kid passes to Smith. Here's Green. The Rockets with another miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net. That helps.
The shot by Ingram, no good.
10.
Houston in the lead. Here's the kid. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
This has been the recurring theme of the second half. Inconsistency getting stops.
Pass to Valanciunas. McCollum against Thompson. McCollum pass to Valanciunas. And here's Ingram outside. The kid with a rebound.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Rejected by Valanciunas. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum's shot is off.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to Thompson. Here's the kid. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Murphy.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Shooting for Houston.
And so he makes both from the line. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Ingram.
I like that matchup.
Pass to Hawkins to win the drought. And he can't get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rockets ahead, up 6. We've got more in store for you right after this.
They showing all day highlights like they win.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Alperon Şengün. Tari Eason is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's the kid in at the shooting guard position.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Puts up a 3. He can't get it to go. And the Rockets shooting just under 40% from the field. Brooks outside. Here's Whitmore. Pass to the kid. McCollum with a steal. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Alvarado outside. McCollum outside. Hits a 3-pointer. McCollum's got 19 points.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. And a change for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Eason. Here's Whitmore, defended by Jones. Smith outside. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Alvarado outside, launches a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
The kid passes to Şengün.
Oh, what a pass. Those 2 read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. The Pelicans have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Outside Jones. Fires the 3. Smith with the rebound.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And now it's a 9-point Houston lead.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Jones. Now here's McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum draws the double. 4-3. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
There's a screen. Here's Whitmore outside. Alvarado with a rebound. The Pelicans have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. McCollum on the wing. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 4-point Houston lead.
He's been here before. CJ with a huge bucket.
Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over. Jalen Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Brooks.
Substitution on the court.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
That nigga needs to cut. That's cool.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Back to Smith. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. And the Rockets lead by 7.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Ingram with the ball. And it's Şengün picking him up. Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Houston. The kid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Green, the pass to the kid. Green with a screen on McCollum. Back to Green. Ooh, Green wanted those 2.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
I didn't select to play with it.
Ingram deciding where to go with it.
Friday kids to play with it.
On the wing, Jones. Green covering. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
They set a pick. Thompson against McCollum. Here's the kid. Smith right side. 6 to shoot.
Oh, they hold him.
Rolls around and rims out. The Pelicans have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Thompson against McCollum. Here's Ingram. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
You can count on him. Ingram has accepted the responsibility of being the man.
Here's the kid. Covered by Ingram. Here's the kid. And Ingram with the block. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Here's Valanciunas. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses.
And he's unable to get the second one.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Everybody but on me.
44 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's the kid. Knocks down the long J.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the Pelicans call time here. They're losing by 7. 36 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
It's gonna be tough. They've got to get a quick hoop and then immediately foul.
Here's Ingram. Money. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
You see how Ingram's polished his game, looking smooth from the mid-range.
Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, not the strongest part of Thompson's game, but he continues to work in the gym to improve.
For 3, McCollum, the kid with a rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
Brandon Ingram. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Number 8 at the line for 2.
And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. New Orleans calls timeout. They're losing by 8. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. You worry about executing the next play.
Here's the kid. Pass to Smith. Thompson outside. And so the Rockets take the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Come on,
For Allie LaFour.
Okay. TJ had 21, 8 for 19.
BI had 18 or 7. He had 7 points.
BI had 7, 3 for 13. I was on that shit.
And his 3 buckets were extremely tough.
Okay. Herb only had 5. Oh, yeah. You know, be efficient. Jalen. Cam.
She said long ass week, you be tickling my ass. That shit is so crazy.
Of course, Grant Hill.
Easy. Easy. Like, I knew I was upgrading my badges, but when I upgraded my player, I thought it upgraded my badges.
Nice team win. Let's keep it going.
Miami City first.
And he's about to tear it up.
Time for a shoot around, MP. Let's go.
Let's see. The Heat are 22. Clippers are 22. Sixers. The Suns are even in the top. Damn, I gotta guard KD. My next game.
But we winning this one tonight. I can feel it.
Different matchup, different combo. Hey, Mill. I didn't hear you fuck. No, I was gonna say, in my career, I think it's alright to go 8 for 16 in my career. Because you're like trying. I mean, not 8 for 16, like 8 for 6.
Oh, say does that song.
No.
Are you reclaiming your next game?
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Richard, what a fantastic matchup we have at the center position tonight. Two of the best in the NBA.
It feels like a gladiator fight when two centers go at it. I expect it to be physical right from the start. Wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of foul trouble. That's always a big story in games like this.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Siakam. He's out there with Turner. TJ McConnell is out there with Benedict Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in at the 2. And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
That nigga's trying to go right now.
Outside Mathurin. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Pacers with the ball. McConnell scanning the floor. Stolen away. Here's the kid. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's McConnell with the rebound. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
In their conference matchup, they faced these guys twice this season. And last year, they took both games.
Pass to Siakam. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Şengün with a screen on Mathurin. The kid misses the 3. Here is something great from Pacers history.
That's
they were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
And Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Outside, Green. And there's the pass to the kid. Şengün with a screen on Mathurin. Back to Green. Fires from deep. The Rockets again can't hit.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots.
McConnell against Thompson. Passes to Siakam. Over Eason. Another miss by Siakam. Rockets trail. In the corner, it's Eason. Outside, Green. Back to Eason. Drills the 3-pointer. Eason's got 5.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Thompson against McConnell. Here's Turner, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And there's the foul. It'll go on TJ McConnell. That's his first foul. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Like he was in the beginning.
Thompson passes to the kid. Shot clock at 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Eason.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here's Siakam. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Poked away and stolen by Eason. At the top of the key, Thompson. Pass to Eason.
2 minutes remaining.
And here is Green. Shoots the three. Up again.
Hey.
It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pacers trail by 3. Here's Nemhard. His last outing, he had 8 points. Mathurin passes to Turner. Over Şengün. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. The Kids got 4 rebounds in this game. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Bounce pass from McConnell. Here's Turner. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And off to a strong start offensive.
It is on.
He's got a nice touch.
What you mean?
I just watched you turn it on,
Nigga, I turned it off and then turned it on.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Houston making some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Brooks comes in for Jalen Green. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Thompson. You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well.
See what my bench do. Sorry.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got T.J. McConnell. We'll be topping out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Nemhard in at the 2-guard spot. Siakam up top. Şengün covering. Shot clock at 5. Drains it from beyond the arc. Neesmith has got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Thompson looking for an opening. Here's the kid.
Hey.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Spins. Here's Siakam. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
And the Rockets making a change here. Eason's checked in. And Indiana with a change here too. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Neesmith. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Pelicans was outstanding. He ended up with 26 points, and his glass work resulted in a season-high rebound total for him as well. A fantastic performance for him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Pass to Toppin. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Houston making a switch here. Adams checked in, and the Pacers also making a change. Turner's checked in. Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Adams sets the pick for Thompson. Here's the kid, defended by Matherin. The kid passes to Green. Adams in the corner. Thompson for the triple. Toppin pulls it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Back to McConnell. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 11 feet away. Excellent defense there from the kid.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but, like, the defense was waiting on him that time.
Goes up the baseline, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger.
Okay,
play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
GA, we've seen it over the last couple of years. The center position has come back into vogue.
And Kevin, we were seeing teams go small, lots of fours, even traditional threes play the five. But with MVP-level seasons from guys like Jokic and Embiid, the center isn't quite extinct yet.
McConnell against Thompson. Toppin, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming.
That's what I'm talking about.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Outside Matherin. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. Here's the kid.
Why does it's just
Toppin pulls it
in. That just
Indiana's got the
that's too
success
fast
rate of
breaks.
just over 50% from three-point.
No, it's just the fact that this nigga gets the ball and
now 8 seconds separate the two clocks. And the pass to Turner.
It's the fact that when this nigga picks the ball up, this nigga's like walk.
Rebound by the
Slow
kid.
down.
The kid's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's the lob to the hoop, and he lays in the alley-oop. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
Yeah,
I gotta say, when he threw the pass,
shit, Steven.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Houston on top
Steven Adams needs to be
as they wrap up the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Glad
you really like how they're dictating the pace. At least I do. Running at every opportunity, getting easy buckets. Looks like this.
Okay, now we'll look at some of the players who could be a part of the dunk contest during All-Star break.
These guys know how to put on a show. It's in their DNA. Forget the generics.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference
I
here.
got 6 points.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted area seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Thompson and Green are the guard pair. Get out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Hey, Richard, you look at Houston's roster. They are stacked with high-level athletes.
The Houston Rockets have done a great job of adding players that they feel can add strength and cultivate skill. Because athleticism, that's something that you just can't teach.
Pass to McConnell. Clock at 6. Turner with a screen on Thompson. McConnell passes to Turner. And stolen by Şengün. Here's the kid, defended by Matherin. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Eason.
And you can
see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam. A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now, here's Siakam. He's got 16. Second chance shot. Eason grabs the board.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
It's stolen by Mathurin. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Free throw good, Mathurin. Right, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that kind of kickstart, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
With the step back, Thompson passes to the kid. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles' turn.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Richard, the Houston Rockets were once a powerhouse team in the West, especially during the 2010s.
Yeah, they even gave the KD and Steph Curry Warriors a run for their money. Look, the James Harden era in Houston was special, and now they're trying to get back into contention.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Houston in the lead. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Şengün with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Şengün's got 5.
The dime dropping ability of Green. I love it when he looks for his teammates and gets them involved.
Outside Mathurin. Pass to Nembhard. Here's McConnell. Siakam outside. Indiana moving it around. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Mathurin for 3. Rockets with the rebound.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Rockets have brought in Ime Udoka to help their team become a winner. Ime said, "We have a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the types I look for. And from there, we want to cultivate that into team success. That's the job of a coach, to push that and get that out of them." Kevin?
It is. Good thought. All right, David, thank you. Pass to Siakam. Here's Nembhard. Beyond the arc. Eason grabs the board. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the paint, the kid.
Bro, I'm just missing the easiest shit
Turner's
ever.
got
Like,
6
it's not
rebounds
even
in the
easy.
game.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Thompson right side. Screen by Şengün. Thompson passes to the kid. No good that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 5.
And what a splash Tari Eason has made with his defense since entering the league.
Yeah, he's just so disruptive when he's on the ball, Greg. He has those arms that just knock everything free. The man is an absolute menace on that side of the floor.
Slimbiana.
In for Houston. Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. Indiana also making some changes. Obi Toppin's checked in for Siakam. And it's Nesmith in for Benedict Mathurin. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. So for the Rockets, Dylan Brooks comes in for Jalen Green. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Thompson. Here's Shepard. He's guarded by Bullock. Shepard the pass to Neesmith. The dish to Turner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Neesmith. Misses and the dry spell continues.